this draft is going to work out. You know, it could even, and it looks like it might be the case, and this is one up. Chris just might be playing position 1, and in fact, I do think that this is what they do. Miracle, of course, initially started his career as a position 1, then really for Nick Galaxy C, he moved over to the offlane, and he looked incredible in the offlane, but really, as like a lot of Blink initiating heroes, I think his Nature's Prophet was pretty solid as well, but this is like a last-minute decision, so, you know, we'll see how much they've been able to scrim with Miracle being the 3.
There's, you know, some value to being able to flex like this, and this deep ward they placed with Babolka's Coddle here is giving some nice vision, by the way, on the cliff here. There's some value to having the flexibility in players like this. However, I'm on the other side of things. I've got experience playing in teams where we did this. I've got experience, you know, analyzing a ton of teams that would do this. And in general, I would say it's not good to have your players, you know, dilly-dally like that, go from one role to another, from the carry to the offlane, and like swap it around between series or between games. Because at the end of the day, you're working together with your support. You got to build that chemistry fully, and I think it's too different.
Well, I guess at least the one thing is, like we brought up before, Miracle and Paulson, these are ex-teammates. Now, they did not lane together back on Enigma Galaxy C, but regardless, these are ex-teammates that were together for a very long time. So let us see how that chemistry is going to be able to work between them, but of course, got to see how this mid matchup is going to be able to go as well. I think back in last DPC, I think it was, one of the really up-and-coming mid laners in Southeast Asia was excellent on RSG. That was a roster that was taking people by storm, and I think narrowly missed out on even qualifying to a major as well. I think he's a very gifted person, of course, hasn't been able to showcase it this year, unfortunately, and you know, we'll see how his battle is going to go up against Yopaj as well, because like you said, there was a time in Dota, you know, back with like the first Gamers event where when Boom won that, like all eyes were on Yopaj and his mechanical skills.
Oh yeah, he was just, you know, dazzling people with his performance there, especially, you know, back then on Kunkka a lot, but even on TA, like you mentioned before. So we'll see how he's gonna do here on the Earth Spirit. Should be a pretty even matchup, I would say, Earth Spirit against Pango, even though both of them have good potential to kill. So there could be outplays. We could see them going really low here. Yopaj rolls under tower, a little bit of a mistake, and lose a lot of HP to it.
Would have to say these are both mid laners that rely pretty heavily on power runes and rotating to the side lanes, right? So are we expecting to see like some pretty heavy emphasis on supports rotating to secure that, and maybe even like wards in the river to scout out these movements from the mid laners? For
sure. I mean, both of these are very bottle dependent heroes, and they're both working towards their bottle. And look at that trading. They're going really low here, fighting for the range creep. So coming in and controlling at least the 4-minute water rune could be a big play. I think the 2-minute is usually difficult since the lanes are just getting started and you got stuff to do.
See what stuff they have to do in particular. Take a look at bottom lane and how it's shaping up at the moment. So double ranged versus the melee, and of course...
Oh, Yopaj in trouble. He's diving. Oh, solo. He has the fair fire. He's fine.
Got bottles? Yeah, we got one already. Okay, looks like both mid laners have their bottles, so should be able to chill for a little bit of time, freshen up on the resources, get that water room. But yeah, how are we expecting this bottom lane to go between Boom and Myth Avenue here?
I think overall the harassment from Nature's Prophet should start wearing down the Faceless Void in a bit. Like, you have Time Walk to be able to Time Walk harassment, yes, but when it's just trickling in like bit by bit like this, I think it should favor the Willow and the Nature's Prophet quite a bit this lane.
And now that we kind of have confirmation that this is the offlane Nature's Prophet as well, I know we were kind of speaking throughout the draft on the potential builds, but what are we hoping out of Miracle in this game in particular? Is it just that Scepter that you want to see him go down, or is there something else he could be looking at?
There's a lot of options for him. He could also go towards early build towards the Orchid in this game. Orchid is not bad against Faceless Void. It's great against Earth Spirit as well, getting a way to lock down these high mobility heroes. So for now, he's just queuing up the power treads, and we'll see where he wants to take it from there. But oh, Xnova getting body blocked a little bit by the Treants.
Might be enough to get the kill. Yes, it is. Paulson finds first blood. It's going to be Myth Avenue that strike first, and now Natsumi as well. Gonna try and get a return kill. This man needs to bash his hello. All right. He'll still be able to get the kill nonetheless and jump over to the left side. So it is a 1-for-1 exchange. But of course, again, they were able to find that first blood bounty. Yeah, first blood, and also the lane is pushing towards Miracle. So he's happily sitting back now, just, denying, and Void struggling a bit to get safe farming down here. He'll push again, just trying to kick him back on the tower here. And we do have the 4-minute water rune, like you said, coming up, and that's probably when we're going to get some rotation. So Baboka's already going to move on over. Oh, this wasn't able to make. Yeah, this is big. Caudle coming in and ruining the bottle refill here for Pango. Sillin in some trouble? Okay, I was going to say maybe can they kick him back, and what can Baboka do, but not going to matter in the end. Does have a bounty to be able to refill the bottle for Exilin. Yeah, I think he messed up the kick there a little bit, but I don't think it would have been kill anyway, just maybe harassment. But he gets a bottle refill, like you mentioned, from the Pango. He's going to be happy. Meanwhile, top, we haven't talked about this lane too much, but so far, the Gyrocopter 24-4 for CS, doing a fantastic job just farming away. At the same time, Clockwork, or the Mars, is getting a lot of last hits too at 22-5 here. I think this should be a pretty free lane, though, for Mars, especially, I mean, double bracer. He's got phase boots queued up currently. I wonder if he's going to go down that soul ring. Honestly, maybe he doesn't need it because Baboka being able to keep him healthy. So regardless, with all the stats, dude, that's a solo kill. Excellent. Didn't even need the rolling thunder for it as well. So we've seen this mid lane has been really back and forth with the trades of right clicks, but finally Sillin's able to come out on top. That Orb of Corrosion does so much damage with Swashbuckle, and it's been wearing down on him. Even though he bought a Ring of Protection on the Earth Spirit to try and offset that, he still goes down in the end there. And yeah, this is, it was bound to happen sooner or later. They kept trading this much. Someone was going to die. Looks like Exilern gets the advantage a little bit here as the players call a pause. Some Kale. I must say, it's just funny seeing Baboka say Kale in C. Yeah, there's not many Chinese players that have honestly made the trip over, X-Nova kind of being one of the few. Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, X-Nova got a lot of experience playing in China, but he's Malaysian as well, right? So but he played for so long in LGD, and he's got a lot of experience in the Chinese scene for sure. Without a doubt. So is top lane. A little bit of action going on. We do see that blinding light come into play. Ponlo might have overstepped this so tanky though. And we see how it will come out in the end as WS able to get that spear to push Krish away. So kill's going to be secured, and he's okay as well. Doesn't have the greatest resources left to keep him afloat inside the lane, but nonetheless, it is a kill. Yeah, top rune spawns. They didn't get the bottom rune. The Pango is going to roll for it. He wants this rune badly. Ooh, he got it. That was a nice timing on Yopash, but not able to pick the rune as he gets stunned by the rolling thunder still. Do you consider making a play now for Yopaj? I mean, you've got your Magnetize up. You know that the Pango won't be able to mirror any rotation you make to a side lane now. I think, yeah, Yopaj has, 10 seconds on his TP cooldown. The moment he has that ready, like top right now, if he had TP ready, he would be here. But in 5 seconds, he could go in and punish here. The Gyrocopter is overstepping deep, already pinging it. Not really close enough in time. Do you have a current preference on the Gyrocopter build? I know of course, we've seen Crit Stick has been a really key item on him, not just this meta, but in the past as well. Falcon Blade, people have attempted to dabble in. The Mask of Madness is something people consider as well. But do you have a current favorite? I like what he's doing here. He's minimizing the amount of early items he's purchasing and going for the early Crystallis. I think it's pretty good. I wouldn't actually mind seeing him in a casual gloves just for extra attack speed into it, though. But rushing the Crystallis as soon as possible to get value out of the Flak Cannon seems to be the most important thing. Other than that, it kind of becomes stock standard at some point once you get the Crystallis and Aghanims. From there on, if you need BKB, you buy BKB. If you don't need that, you can just go for any of the options. Really can build into your lifesteal, or just add even more and go full day plus. should be fine with no fight. It does look like Yopaj is starting to roll away. I want to continue to talk about the gyro. When do you feel like the Falcon Blade is ever considered, or the Mask of Madness? Because I know you're saying, like, this example in particular, you like him rushing the Chrysalis, but when do we feel like is kind of a better game for something like the Falcon Blade or the Mum?
I think the more pressured you are in lane, the more you would go for these small items. It's usually the way it works is that you add Wraith Bands, add Falcon Blades, add, raindrops and value. The harder the game is early on, and the more focus the enemy have on shutting you down. Right now, looking at the gyro, he's 50 CS, 9 denies at 7 minutes. That's fantastic score. So tells the story that he's having a very clean laning stage, and then you can get away with a more rushed itemization towards key items like that Chrysalis to ramp up your damage. I wouldn't mind seeing Mask of Madness, but at the same time, Mask of Madness feels a little bit weird since faster attack speed is nice for gyro, but it's ultimately the flak cannon hits that you want to get out, and you don't want to hit like 20 times quickly early on. You want to get some damage.
Yep. Nice D-Ward as well from Ponlo. This is definitely going to be an important part of the map here towards that top side to be able to limit some of the rotations out of the Earth Spirit. Ponlo might still be in trouble though. WS going to be able to find an angle.
Oh, the blast.
Fight going on mid lane with the Rolling Thunder. That was off the mark, but back to top as Ponlo should end up going down, and WS going to be able to get the kill as well.
I worry for Pondo this game because they added Mars as well. Early on in the draft, I said they have 3 different repositioning tools, but they even throw in the Mars with the Spear and the God's Rebuke, so the Clockwork just can't really get stuff done right now in this top lane. Maybe it's time for him to start thinking about joining up the Nature's Prophet on bottom and like group up a little bit and do something. They do have that Nature's Prophet ulti available as well, so looks like they could maybe make some play towards Faceless Void.
He's also having an incredible start, dude. Miracle 3rd in net worth. As we see top lane Arena's going to be used. Nice sidestep. Christian's still going to be in some danger with Yopaj's rotation. They're going to have that extra damage from the Wrath to Nature. Can Chris drive through the damage? It looks like he's going to have enough resources to do so. And with the 5 heroes from Myth Avenue, they bring everyone. But we see how important it's going to be to keep the Gyrocopter alive. And they've been able to accumulate a 3,000 net worth lead. You waste that arena, and you also waste really the first big rotation out of the Earth Spirit.
Yeah, that was a really good reaction there, and they even got the Urn charges, so they gave an Urn over to Gyro. He's going to heal up a little bit to go back to jungle, and just fantastic read there by all of Team Mag. Do we call him Team Mag? I don't know.
Team Mag, Team Myth.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, they made some very nice rotation, and I like what I'm seeing from Miracle. You know, him being a carry player in his roots would be natural to see him go for something like Orchid and Midas, but he's going for that Aghanims, and I'm telling you, it's not to be underestimated.
Playing again, numbers advantage going to be favoring Dire. Holliston still doesn't have level 6 at the moment. But again, I mean, Miracle's going to be able to TP, and this time they've got some extra numbers from Boom. It's a pretty good corner from Natsumi. Connects onto the Gyrocopter, they'll be rewarded, but can they get any more kills as well? As their Miracle might have over-positioned himself. Natsumi's going to try and hunt him down. He needs some bashes, man. Hello, where are the bashes? Still can time walk over the top. There we go, finally, with the last hit bash. Is able to secure with the kill in the end, and Apolison gets blown up as well as X-Nova snipes him down with a Fade Bolt. In fact, it's Natsumi that is well and truly rewarded off that rotation. A triple kill for the Faceless Void, and now he is 2nd in net worth.
Fantastic for him. That finishes up his entire Mask of Madness here. It's already coming out, and he has 1,000 gold. Like, the item is coming out, and he already has enough money to buy his Javelin pretty much. So this is ramping up to a super early Mask of Madness plus Maelstrom timing, and they're not wasting any time.
Mid lane, combo's going to be out once again onto the Pangolier. This time they've got enough burst. Boom. Really a good couple of minutes for them. The sequence favoring them very heavily. From top to mid they go. Arena wasn't used prior in that engagement. They still had it in the arsenal and get another big kill. So what was a 3,000 net worth lead has been cut down to only 1,000.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy, perhaps getting caught in the first chrono there. They took a big fight and didn't really respect that Faces Void could come and join, but it was a good call by Natsumi. You know, a lot of Faces Void players will not look towards get that chrono used as soon as possible, especially before you have Mask of Madness. But nah, he joined in without Mask of Madness completed, and that was so worth it for him and his team. Now back to farming, going bottom, but the catapult push from Nature's Prophet should be taking down this tier 1 tower.
It looks like they were nothing to do with it. Again, with their ultimates on cooldown from Boom, it will get to a stage where you're not as reliant on these. You're going to have the Earth Spirit and Coddle and Rubik that can maybe be like your roaming trio. But at the moment, they feel like they need a little bit more time to get their farm, especially Yopaj. And you also had that power in spawning. So you're very close to the Vessel. You're going to be able to combine that with the DD. You could look to see Boom make another play across the map.
I'm also happy to see, looking at WS here on his Mars, the fact that he's going for the BKB in this game, I think it's a great call against the heroes that he's playing against. Some Mars is going for Blink Rush. I feel like they just become a glorified support. But with this build, he's going to prioritize his own scaling to actually get strong and not fall behind in this game.
All right, they're going to look to try and smoke. No Vessel needed. It is the timing of the Diffuser Blade from Myth, though, and if we see a fight break out where they can have enough time to react with their numbers, it could be a very similar sequence of what we saw that first big team fight top. It will be X Nova to start, and Ponlo's not that juicy target like they'd be hoping for.
No, he's also just sitting around trying to get experience wherever he can. Did a little pull as well, but, you know, they're making their own move right now in the smoke. They will lose Ponlo. No help for that poor Clockwork, but they're moving towards top, so they want to defend this. Looks of things, they're not really going to be in time.
They won't. They will do a ridiculous amount of damage, though, with Silence Diffusal. If you give him the Bedlam as well, Nova might just...
Yeah, he's just dead.
He was trying to go for a D-Ward and maybe even acting as a smoke blockade as well. They are starting to come over, though. Yopaj going to try and target down Silent at the moment. Just get some distance out of the arena. Great timing with that swashbuckle. And now, yeah, Boom on the...
Oh, the hookshot.
Ponlo, off the back of the respawn, is going to be able to land the hookshot. They need to continue to play in front of Yopaj, and it looks like they'll be able to do just that. No? How to get the roll angle?
Oh, my God.
Someone's got another swash up in a couple of seconds. Yopaj, though, is still getting too much distance away, and... All right, he's going to stay alive. I mean, at least you get the tower. That's something.
Exilern.
Somehow Yopaj lives, man.
Yeah, he didn't take a step down. I mean, it looked like he was going to block it. I also thought that he could go for the auto attack that he went for there. But instead of moving down and blocking the roll, he took one more auto attack thinking he was low enough. But yeah, the Earth Spirit just casually rolls on out. Even the Fury TP there to try and block the roll was not really in time, as he's too fast at getting out of that situation. Speaking of Furin, he does have the full Aghanims combined now, so with the next ulti, he will be able to provide even higher kill potential. Maybe they can look towards get a more value kill, like getting the Earth Spirit or the Faceless Void with some of that lockdown.
Is he considering... when do you consider a BKB this game here for the Nature's Prophet?
I'm not sure that he's going to be going for it. We'll see exactly how he wants to advance after the Aghanim Scepter here. Wouldn't mind seeing him go for the Orchid. Wouldn't mind seeing him go for, you know, some form of right-click transition build now after this. BKB straight away would be, you know, not necessarily a full safety since you're still playing against Chrono. So we'll see. I'm uncertain. I don't have great experience playing this Nature's Prophet offlane. I just know Aghanims is a great first item. From there on, there are many different routes you can take, but Orchid looks natural here to me.
I wonder what the decision's going to be from Baboka as well. I mean, we know this Keeper of the Light is a position 4 that can get a ridiculous amount of farm, so Bimmer at the moment is being completed. 4 staff queued up as well, but Boom, they're going to be vulnerable to this smoke down bottom. Currently 3 heroes from Myth. Plus they have that Nature's Prophet's going to be able to act as the +1 as well. They're going to look for the full wraparound. This is a pretty good angle for them as well.
Oh my God.
Double hookshot from Ponlo. Going to clip WS inside the cloak, but the Glimmer Cape is really minimizing a lot of the damage that Ponlo can dish out. Now Silan's going to be able to get involved as well, but the spear will stop him down, and now it's going to be able to set up for the chrono if required, but the Terrorize will give some valuable seconds, so Myth can consider about turning. It was still roll straight to the chronosphere. Now Natsumi by himself. Has he got damage? So it doesn't look like he does. Silum swatched up in a couple of seconds, goes back towards a team, but WS, a slam of the shield, cuts him down. They're even going to bring Krish towards the team fight. Let's see what the gyrocopter's going to be able to do to turn the tides, as Krish doesn't have the damage just yet, and in the end, boom. Did they lose anyone?
They lost X-Nova at the start, but great damage control there by them. The BKB on the Mars allowed him to just walk up and be the frontliner there, keeping the enemy team away, and just really nice positioning as well. The Chrono was a little bit optimistic at first, I guess, but they still ended up getting the kill at the end. Some nice roll, the rolling boulder used onto the rolling thunder during it, but then when the rolling thunder ends, the stun duration still was there. Just some nice stuff.
Oh, this would be a huge kill.
Oh, they should get him too.
Really nice. Oh, without a doubt. This deep observer ward's going to be able to scout out Miracle. Great smoke from Boom. Instantly to top. You got the treants as well, which might be nice with scouting or even pushing out the waves, considering it's maxed out. But that's going to get Yopaj closer to the Midas. In fact, it is completed now as well. So that will very much help out his scaling potential, which is always my big concern with seeing a mid-Earth Spirit.
Yeah, you pretty much have to go for a Midas to be able to stay relevant, and he does hit pretty hard as well, so the attack speed doesn't hurt for Earth Spirit to add as you go into a BKB. Next item here makes a lot of sense. Don't think you can skip that. Same with Faces Void, working on his BKB. When you're playing against this Dark Willow, Pango, Clockwork, it's just impossible to not go BKB on a core hero. Looks like Willow is going for what's become the popular build lately as well. Every single support Willow I've seen in the last month or so is going for the Midas early Aghanims and just scaling to become that threat in mid and late game. And I think it's pretty good. I mean, she doesn't desperately need something early game.
Yeah, if we start to look at the later game, if we are going to get there 40 plus minutes, do you feel like there is a side that's a little bit more comfortable with that time of this game?
Generally, I would say, the team with Faces Void almost always, but that, extra threat of having Nature's Prophet scaling up, the Gyrocopter as your main hard carry, and then Willow also building in to become a right clicker. I would say that Myth have good chances here going late.
Okay. Gonna have to keep eyes on how they will scale. That is, of course, the big thing. And we brought up Baboka's itemization before. Where's a Hex? Probably going to fit into play for him.
Yeah,
we see that to be a pretty core item. Paulson maybe overextended. Bottom's going to look up. I didn't expect him just to TP out straight away, so your punch was predicting a little run back, so also makes it out.
Off the mark a little bit there. Yeah, we can keep talking a little bit about itemizations as both teams are farming up right now. The Nature's Prophet did decide to go for the Maelstrom, so got the Javelin halfway towards his hammer as well now, after that Aghanims. And Caudle going for defensive items first. Makes sense to me here. Could have seen a Pavis as well come out from him as an alternative, but they are going to have double Force Staff with Rubik going for one, as well as the Caudle.
Well, now that Miracle is going kind of down this right-click route with the Maelstrom, I feel like we need to put a lot of emphasis on WS inside the team fight. Something that we brought up earlier in this game is that Arena could be catastrophic for that Nature's Prophet and Gyrocopter being these ranged right-clickers. If you get them inside the arena, great. But even if you just block their right-clicks with the wall, that can be even better. So we're going to have to pay close attention to how the Mars is going to be able to use his ultimates in team fights.
You know what I want this game? What I want this game is a real late game where Gyro gets really big and Mars decides to go for a Blade Mill and use the redirect to kill the Gyrocopter. It's a nasty little trick against Medusas or Gyrocopters that Mars has in his arsenal, going late as well. He can redirect a lot of those attacks and not take any real damage himself.
It's a pretty good ward that Myth are going to be playing with at the moment. See where the power rune's going to spawn though. We'll be down bottom. Not the most valuable rune. Sillin nonetheless has got an invis now to work with.
Yeah, Treants just slamming on mid tower. This Rubik final usage of them.
Oh, I got an easy pick off onto Ponlo, just in no man's land. I don't know if he was trying to ward. I didn't see.
Yeah, he was.
Ponlo's going to end up going
He was just farming the enemy jungle, actually. He was getting a little bit bored, you know, with the map, so he farmed a camp there and was hanging out. Suddenly, a little bit too many heroes show up, and he ends up going down. But the game has taken a little bit of a turn for the slower pace here, and Battery Assault does farm pretty fast in jungle. So he finished up his Glimmer Cape on Clockwork, even though he died.
WS is a pretty nice wraparound coming through from the Mars. The backstab's going to be perfect. Look at the jump in. Arena's going to connect onto two, but back over to the left side. Sillin, Rolling Thunder creating chaos. Miracle's going to be here to provide the damage as well. They'll get the start onto the Rubik. Can they chase any more down though, as WS still hasn't activated the BKB, and it looks like, oh, he'll do it at the last second, but it was going to die anyway. So 0 casualties and just straight back to farming. Krish is instantly TPing down to bottom. Sees a juicy wave and wants to get closer towards the Satanic.
What a great use of their abilities there on everyone, really. The Pango rolling in, doing what you want from Pango. Oh, might get caught by a Void here.
What are they going to be able to do to
keep Chrono
alive for the moment? Ooh, can he get away? Do they actually want to fight? Miracle right-clicking up to the higher ground. Natsumi's going to be able to repair some of the damage from the Swashbuckle. Uses the Chrono and, well, it'll help guarantee the kill. Now, you won't have this big ultimate and Myth. It looks like no one else. Finally looking at TP out of Polison back towards the mid lane. Krish has also moved over with Wrath of Nature clipping onto 3. That's going to enable them to get the kill onto Yopaj. And now Natsumi's still hunting for more as well. A BKB committed to take care of Ponlo. Looks like he's going to be able to scurry out of danger, but a bit of a messy sequence of events in the end.
Yeah, they tried to hold the Faceless Void Chrono there for a long time. Ultimately, it does turn out to be a good fight for Boom, I want to say. They, get away with the Faceless Void, didn't lose him, and the Pango did go down. But it looked like it could have been better for them if they managed to get that Pango kill without the Chrono, like he was really, really trying for, just relying on a time dilation. Ultimately, though, a little bit scrappy, like you mentioned there, and we'll see how Myth now go to take 22 minutes Tormentor, prioritizing it pretty early. Oh, this is a natural option as well, by the way. Not you go for the Maelstrom on Nature's Prophet, you go into the Gleipnir. This is actually exactly what they were doing in North America when playing the Aghanims as well, because you get the combination of root into root, right? You just use the ulti to root people and then Gleipnir for another root. It's very annoying to play against for these high mobility heroes.
So you got multiple of them on Boom as well, so yeah, they're going to be able to play accordingly into this. 3,000 net worth lead still for the boys on Myth, but it's never really gotten too far out of control with what it currently is. Boom still sticking around.
And Boom are doing a good job staying active enough and relevant. They're farming up the triple stack here over on the Faceless Void while the rest of the team is grouping up towards bottom. They do have a good timing here with BP on Mars as well as the Mythor Hammer. I guess they're very close to the Earth Spirit as well, though. He's only 700 gold away from his own BKB.
Snova? Should be a free kill for the boys on Myth. Not if they're going to miss some of their spells like that. It's taking some time, and WS can counter-initiate now with how close he is. Great timing nonetheless out of the roll-up from Sillin. They want a Chrono for it, still on cooldown for 10 seconds. Sillin looks like he's going to be able to get out of danger. So you don't get the free kill on Myth. Rolling Thunder, of course, doesn't have the longest cooldown as well. You do force all of Boom to group up.
Yeah, that was a good reaction by him to the blink from Mars using the shard. Such a nice shard to get on the Pango as well. As the Clockwork also has his jetpack available now after taking the Tormentor bottom there. They've got some of these mobility or survivability shards. Boom, though, even with cooldown on the Mars ulti, looking to make a move. Is he Gyro? He has Satanic, though.
Which would be perfect.
But he would be such a dangerous target to go on, though.
Oh, they're going to try it. Telekinesis to set up for the speed, but the Glimmer Cape once again is going to be able to protect Krish. All
he's life stealing.
And how he can drop the Chronosphere, but it's just onto one. It's not good enough. Natsumi, he needed a better ultimate. And now Krish, he's going to be able to stand his ground. The Terrorize should protect him in a couple of seconds. This is a disastrous fight for Boom. Where did it all go wrong to start? You had the vision advantage, but they just weren't able to use it perfectly.
They don't have enough DPS to burst the Gyro with Satanic. The fact that he already had it, he prioritized getting it really early here, not delaying it to a later point, and that was such a good choice. Against the Chrono, he was able to stay just completely alive and well. And gotta be careful, Natsumi. Don't have that BKB anymore. And straight towards Roche. You know, they used up Satanic to survive that fight, and they're gonna start working on itemizing and solving as we see the replay here.
This is what we spoke about earlier, though, right? Like the gyrocopter into the chrono, scepter and satanic. Even if you don't, I mean, he was able to activate it, and that's a big reason why he stayed alive through the entirety of that fight.
Yeah, he got it off, and even if he didn't get it off there, the damage isn't really high enough since they didn't want to clump up. If everybody went on a gyrocopter, they would have sufficient damage to kill him. Problem is, you're gonna get hit by Terrorize, you're gonna get hit by the Pango coming in. Like, you can't just all group up on a satanic gyro under his tower with everyone around. So that fight was just not gonna work, and now off the back of that, they get the Roche, get the Aegis, and Daedalus complete now on the gyro. So his damage is way higher now.
Jesus. And look how aggressive they're looking to play now off the back of this. Hookshot just off the mark from Ponlo. They would love to invade into this triangle. Radiant 2 once again have a
going on
good ward set up. They're going to start onto Krish early on, send him further away from where the reinforcements are currently set up. But Krish, this man's not going to die. You can try all you want. You are untouched. He's going to go untouched now with the Mars. Well,
Big Leipnir coming in as well. Yeah.
Oh my.
I mean, if you couldn't kill him before when you had Chrono, you definitely can't kill him now when you don't have it. He just stood there and they felt like, oh, we see him, let's go on him. But you really have to get a more finessed angle into these team fights. You can't just go straight on Jara first. It does not work. They need some form of initiation over on the side of Dark Willow. Kill the Pango first, maybe. You know, if you can get on top of Nature's Prophet, he's still pretty easy to kill since he doesn't have a BKB or anything like that. But they're gonna go for the steal now as well. They're just running away with this game. Myth are 10,000 gold ahead, 12,000 now after taking that Tormentor as well.
And these are definitely not bad Ag Shards as well for supports. I mean, sure, you could argue there's better, but
oh, Willow is
going to take it nonetheless.
Yeah, Willow is pretty amazing, I would say. It feels really great. You get the extra brambles and you get a faster trigger, and she's all the way towards her Aghanim Scepter already. Is that true? Is he 100 gold away? I think he is.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, he is, yeah. That is an early timing for a support Willow to have Midas Aghanims.
You see after that previous mid-fight from Boom, Natsumi started to queue up the Skadi, so I mean, maybe looking to try and address the Satanic in some way with that item, but do we feel like it... Is there a different item you can go to help with your damage output? Or is this kind of just the best of both worlds with the Skadi?
I mean, he could go sort of desperate and go towards something like Crystallis and build it into a Silver Edge later. Break is an option to go towards. It actually does break the Aghanim's passive hits from the Gyrocopter, so it's not terrible. Especially if you chrono him, you can turn that off.
Actually, all right. I not.
This map is dangerous to go out on. Xnoa just trying to do what he can in terms of getting wards out, getting some D wards, but you know, he gets run down.
And now they might be able to get Baboka as well. Onlo with a hook shot. It's pretty close to the tier 2 tower, so Boom will be able to react.
He's got a gem on Caudle. You don't want to lose him.
I mean, you see all the emphasis they put on trying to TP him, but Chris is just going to walk up the high ground. We said the Daedalus, I think he's super close to a butterfly. You've got Titan Sliver as well.
He's huge right now.
Man.
And look at the support behind him. You got the Pango and the Willow just sitting there like, we're ready. You know, if something happens, the roll is ready, Terrorize is ready. Not easy to go into this fight. They do have the power spike of the triple BKB to try and take the fight, but you can't burst the Gyro though. 1 minute 30 on this Aegis. You gotta be...
They're gonna try.
Okay.
Oh, the speed didn't connect. Oh, if they got that, maybe there would have been an opportunity.
Oh no.
WS just gets cut down and he doesn't have a buyback.
Oh, there was a missed force-staff to him even deeper on the Mars, so he ended up going into the enemy instead of out.
He's untouchable. He got Butterfly now. Yeah, this is it. This is at least a full set. You go top as well.
Yeah. There's no way you back out, I think. 1 minute on the timer here. Creep Wave is even coming in. Zillern has fixed that, and he's got a greater healing Lotus on Zillern as well, by the way, on Pango, so basically got that mini cheese available for himself to heal up. This is so desperate right now. They're working on farming up something on Void. He's queuing up an MKB because he knows the Butterfly is already there, but he needs both the Eye of Skadi and MKB.
Ponlo.
Nice.
Harmony.
He's fine. He's got the glimmer and
That
jetpack.
probably thunder is alright. That one is a little bit more questionable, but that's what policy. What's going on?
Yopaj?
I'm just getting crit down. What am I looking at? Like 4 hits, dude. How many crits did Chris just get?
Oh my god. Oh, he has that butterfly for fast attacks as well, and he was just laying into him. We see the panic in Yopaj as he ends up right next to him.
Someone cancelled Natsumi's TP. That's why they started to mass TP bottom.
Oh, they Nature's profited it. Yeah.
Oh.
They Wrath of Natured him. That's the thing. You got global TP cancels if you TP in Vision. Things can definitely go wrong there. He also lost his courier on Faceless Void. Not that he had anything important on it. I think he had a TP scroll only that he wants to deliver.
Does it even matter if Natsumi lands like a 5-man chrono? I don't know if it changes these fights.
Not really. I mean, at this point, they don't have the best things. Like a 5-man chrono is neat and all, but you're not gonna kill the Jarrow, that's for sure. So does it really matter? He's the one hero that you care about at this point, and he's going for, I love this choice, a Basher next item. This is like what people would do against Enigma, just to mess with Enigma when you get Black Hold, but you can do it against Faceless Void as well. If he jumps in and chronos you, he might just get randomly bashed.
You got that. You've almost have a Hex completed on Miracle, who has just been free farming as well on the opposite side of the map.
Nice.
And you just fire up.
He's definitely growing really fast on Nature's Prophet too, yeah. And smoking up now, trying to make a move with the Diderun on the Pango as well. Both teams smoking into each other.
US, how can he find the angle? Scan's going to be on the mark for Myth Avenue, so actually not even going to try and dare walk up that high ground. They're back on up.
They know they can wait. The mid and top are pushing in, right? So someone has to deal with those lanes, so they wait a little bit, and now they go in, using the jetpack for vision.
Very nicely done from Ponlo. Easy setup. A quick and easy kill onto X-Nova, but now you'll see the lanes instantly. They're going to be able to push them out. Like you said, top and bottom, already done. Miracle's going to be able to continue with this mid push.
This is looking so grim for Boom right now. I'm trying to look through their inventories, trying to find some form of hope here. What can we look towards? The MKB is not too far off now for the Void. He almost has the entire thing. Needs 500 more gold here, and he's working on the Ancients. So him getting MKB before this bottom push would be extremely pivotal for them. But even so, it might not be enough. Jared doesn't have Aegis anymore though, so there is this small chance. You got the full MKB completed, all eyes on the Void, but they're not even gonna go. I think they just back out, say, yeah, we can wait for next Aegis. Why would we give you a chance for an easy fight?
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, 7% currently, 33 minutes in for Myth. Well, I just continue to farm. Like you said, this is still going to be a team that can scale very well into the late game, and you already have this net worth lead, so it's going to be vastly easier. And boom, they've just not been able to get onto the map. They're going to try once again with the smoke, and let's truly see what this MKB can do on Natsumi.
Lanes are pretty decent. This smoke might connect on something. They might still need to push the bottom creep wave, and they're not using a Caudal Blast to do it, so I think it's obvious already for the side of Myth now. I think they've realized, you can see how they're moving, just going together. Something is suspicious. And look at the drawing on the map. It's like, who's defending? No one's defending? Where's the team?
Olsen pops the smoke.
He wants to break the smoke. He's just being the frontliner. He's going for a Moonshard, by the way, over on Polson. So full DPS coming in here. He might sell an item for it as well. We'll see.
And look at the read as well from Myth. Their bottom side of the map has zero value to them at all right now. Roshan, it's going to be up and it's going to be spawning towards the top side, so they're going to start to get themselves set up around here. Already a ward placed down. You see everyone else is starting to connect as well.
Yeah. Over on the side of Mars, he's building towards an Assault Cuirass here, trying to get some armor and survivability. I really would like to see him just go for the crazy blade mail at least, but I mean, it's not going to kill the Gyrocopter, right? He still has Titanic to heal up, but it would be a more all-in right now type itemization, going for the AC. I'm not sure you're going to be able to hold on to the game like that. He's still pretty far away from it.
This might be their last smoke. They may have even seen your... probably not. So maybe they saw him connect before the smoke and vanish, but we'll see what Boom can do.
Looking for a blink here on Mars. Shield rune on Jarrow as well.
First point of contact is the clockwork. Very...
Yopaj just melts.
Yopaj, oh my lord. All right, yeah. It's just not happening.
You run.
At this stage of the game, they're going to try. Arena will land onto the gyrocopter, but the root forces Natsumi to pop the BKB to jump into the middle. It's a decent chunk of damage at the moment, but it's just getting repaired. The Satanic once again was activated, and yeah, they're going to tip Natsumi. They know it. All the chronos the past couple of times have had zero value, zero impact to the team fights.
Yeah, these chronos are just one-man chronos on the Jarrow every single time, and I don't think it matters, dude. Like, you have to go for kills that you can actually get. I know that at this stage, if you don't kill Jarrow, it's basically game over anyway, but I think it has to happen by killing his team first, and then taking out the Jarrow, because you're not bursting him. You don't have the sufficient damage in your chrono at all. Krish, you can see eyes on the prize right now. He is a happy man on this Jarrow. Kind of surprised he only has 4 kills, by the way. He hasn't gotten too many of these last hits. Every engagement just getting more and more assists.
Sillon with the 9 at the moment here for Myth.
That's going to be Megas.
Not a lineup that deals well with them. In fact, they might not even have a last fight with Natsumi with how fast they push.
Yeah, they're respawning, but without ultis. Clockwork scouting them in their own fountain. They're gonna back out. They're like, okay, if you don't want to call GG, we're gonna back out, go for that Roche that we were gonna do, and I mean, this is one of those awkward moments. You could almost see them call GG right now. You got mega creeps coming in. You're not even fighting at this point. Nobody's dead, but a GG call wouldn't be out of the question. 31k lead. They're gonna try though. You gotta respect the you know, tenacity here on the side of Boom, even though it's looking very grim for them. They're gonna try everything they can. I don't think they can contest the Roche though, so this should probably be a free Aegis as well as Cheese.
How do you take a fight inside your base though with the Gyrocopter flak potentially just killing the throne?
Listen, you just gotta believe in miracles at this point, right? It's the only thing. Not miracles, not miracles. The miracles gotta happen.
Believe in the 1%. That's what we're believing in right now.
They're hoping for their opponents to make a mistake at this point, because with clean play from here, it is 100% of the time gonna be Dire collecting another win here. But yeah, this, you know, they're just playing. At this point, maybe you're, you know, playing just to prepare a little bit and talk about the next game already. We're literally at that stage of the game. As Pango, the quick run of the items here as the last push comes in. We got the Wind Waker over on the side of Pango now. Blink on Nature's Prophet as well, so you got the Blink Hex. Ponlo on his Clockwork has a Crimson Guard, so capable of blocking up a lot of damage as well. And he got the Mindbreaker on the Jarrow. That is disgusting. That's a lot of damage.
And he completed the Abyssal. Okay, why not?
Going in. Over on Boom though. They do have the AC now on Mars. Always something. Bit of armor.
Just gotta go for deep floors, dude.
Oh, they're bringing him to the fountain.
Super deep. It's not going to matter by the looks of it. They'll try and blind him inside the base as well. Another push. All right. Can they finally kill him inside the fountain?
He buys the Gold Scepter.
Another round of the spear in a couple of seconds. They've got the kick from Yopaj. There's no way this is going to work. This is the only way they can kill the Gyrocopter, keep him inside, and they will. All right. A miracle defense will work out in the end. They might still lose the Faceless Void. This is going to be held into place off the back of the Sprout.
They're all dead, dude.
What was his team fight?
They get him.
Incredibly crafty round of spell casting for them. Gets the jar inside the fountain, and they get Ponlo now as well for the full 5-man. Did they use any buyback?
they died with one. X-Nova was the only one who used a buyback in that fight. Absolutely absurd. And now they're all dead for a minute. They have Faceless Void. He has a Mask of Madness. They can push down mid. It is a lot of towers to work through. There's going to be multiple sets of Glyph as well. So I don't think they have it in them to take Throne, but at least they should be able to get racks from this and equalize a little bit. Look at that push though. We talked about it early in the draft, how they have a lot of repositioning stuff and how it can be nice, you know, to move the clockwork. How about moving the gyro into your own fountain?
Oh my god.
Does he have he has Aghanims. They added one more tool for moving people. They have the Aghanims Earth Spirit. This is insane, by the way. That is crazy good for defending your throne. If he rolls in on Gyro, he can kick him all the way to the fountain on his own now. Because last time, it took a lot of finesse. It took a lot of effort with different stuff going on. You know, the first kick, and then Blinding Light, and then Telekinesis and Spear. It was everyone contributing. Now, Earth Spirit can almost do it alone.
No way this probability is 11% now. Just no.
They can do it, man. They can do it.
Miracle's going to solo kill Yopaj. BKB kicks himself out. Okay, he's going to live. They are also hunting as well from Sillin, maybe trying to snipe him, but it's going to be kind of cautious how deep he goes now.
Gotta be a believer, man. Faceless Void got it. Eye of Skadi now. He's good, man. He's going to shut down this Gyrocopter. Gyro wasted gold on his Ghost Scepter. He doesn't even have money for buyback now. It's big, man. It's dropping the Ghost Scepter now. He's gonna sell it. I'm telling you, they're shook after this. They're shook. They lost all heroes.
This delays the game till next Roche. I'd be quite surprised if they try and make another attempt inside the base now without an Aegis.
I don't think they will, yeah. Especially as they have seen the Aghanims on Earth Spirit. He, you know, did use it top. So I think they're recognizing that you cannot take this game too lightly, even though you're a lot of gold ahead, even though you have mega creeps, even though there's literally one building remaining on Radiant. It is the one building that you need to kill. It's the one building that they cannot kill because it's being protected really hard right now by Boom.
Unfortunately, because them not having the possibility of getting out of the map, though, it does mean Miracle is going to get all these Wisdom Rooms, so getting himself closer towards level 25. I was saying when Myth were going for the Aegis, I was like, I don't know, Boom can take a fight inside the base, though, but yeah, all these repositioning spells, apparently it's going to be the case, and I mean, now with WS going this Deso, we spoke about the AC, but this is maybe kind of a bit of a reason why they didn't even tap out as well, because it's not just the Faceless Void who could deal with the Mega Creeps. Like, usually Mars probably wouldn't be able to, unless he's gone specifically for this build, so... I
mean, he's he went for the Halberd as well, so he's got something to shut down the Gyrocopter a little bit, just using it. That is a long duration disarm, and as a reaction, we see Krish already going for a BKB over on the side of Gyrocopter, so he wants to try and protect himself, but... Yeah, they have the tools to deal with Megas. The question is, can they get out on the map? Can they contest Roche? Can they fight or ever push back? And so far the answer is no. They're going to need a fight that goes their way. And the fight will probably have to be inside their own base. But they're happy to turtle it up for now.
If Natsumi can get this refresher, I will start to believe. Double Chrono can turn the fight. I truly think that, but he's still a lot of gold away, and if he buys out, he's not going to...
Oh, they're going on him.
And he might also die now too, because he is super far away from anyone else to protect him.
He should be...
It's going to have to be a BKB, but when do you use it? Because you're already taking so much damage. You're going to turn...
He never time walked.
Chill in there, but...
Oh my god, Natsumi, what are you doing? Oh, you got hexed and bursted there by Nature's Prophet. Didn't time walk?
Wait. What's going on? Kicked in, Polo. Alright, they'll get Bonlo. So at least the constellation prize. The rest of Myth are starting to come on out though. Even Gem's going to be secured as well off the back of the kill.
They do have that buyback ready if needed here.
Are they in? Alright, they're in. WS, see how Takey's going to be. Defensive use of the arena is going to prevent the damage out of Krish. Tries to BKB and run. They'd love to get this buyback out of Natsumi. Doesn't want to use it though with no Chronosphere, but the throw
kicking him.
Gotta do something.
Oh no!
Oh, kicked in the wrong way. Oh no, Yopaj!
He messed up.
Friends, you gotta buy back. This throne, it's gonna be low pretty soon. There's the buyback. They use the glyph as well once they're turning over towards the heroes. Natsumi's gonna try and target down Miracle with a decent chunk of damage onto the Nature's Prophet.
Throne is dropping lower. Pango's working on it.
Oh, Natumi. An aggressive jump in. Baboka helps some separation over the 4-staff. WS is also creating some separation as well. We're trying to target down
Mars is dying.
turning his attention over towards WS, but the bulwark's just not enough. An instant buyback, but the throw, they're just going to turn the objective. Smith Avenue, they give no damns.